So much they're speaking. In the old days, not so old, subhanallah. When I was young, I'm not so old. I remember when Shaykh Effendi said those words. In the old days, it says not so old when I was young. Now we are saying it. Huh? Everyone will be saying it. There are some people who say, I don't like to read, and they don't read. They do other things. They talk, they become active. They say, I don't like reading too much. But now everyone is reading, isn't it? Everyone is reading. That is just reading. Sending back and forth, reading. But reading what? Is knowledge? No. It's Malayani. So, everyone is knowing these things, claiming to know. From 7 years old to 70 years old, claiming to read. But what they are reading? A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Dastur, madad, ya sahibul sayf, madad. Asking support from our Shaykh, sahibul sayf, Shaykh Lokman Efendi, our Rabbani Hazratlari, to make us to say a couple of words as a tradition for us to learn more about ourselves and learn more about our Lord so that we can worship Him better. That is the nutshell. That is the essence. That is a summary of all teachings. That is the reason for our creation, nothing else. As the khutbah, Shaykh Effendi is saying, we are not created to run around in this world. We are not created to run for the pleasures and treasures of this world. The reason of our creation by our Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is for us to know ourselves and to know our Lord and to worship our Lord. That is the reason. So, these days, everyone is running. They are running from 7 years old to 70 years old, saying, we must read. And some turning around and saying, well, isn't that the first ayat and the first order? When Jibreel alayhi salam came with the wahi, with the revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the first ayat, the first word is Iqra. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Iqra. Read. And Prophet ﷺ says, I don't know how to read. And 3 times he says, read. And each time, Hazrat Jibreel ﷺ, he hugged the Prophet and squeezed him tight. Then he's saying, read again. Prophet says, I don't know how to read. 1 more time, 3 times it's hugging. Finally, it says, Iqra. Read in the name of your Lord, the Lord who created you. Read. So, reading in the name of our Lord is completely different from just reading. So I'm saying, you see, Allah is saying read. So we have to read everything. We have to read every book. We have to read every newspaper. We have to read every posting. We have to read everything. No. First ayat is saying, read in the name of your Lord who created you. So read. And Jibreel alayhi salam did not come with a book or with an iPad to say to the Prophet to read. He's saying to the Prophet alayhi salam to read what is in your heart. Read what is in your heart. So these days, everyone is saying to read. Number one, they're not reading in the name of their Lord. If you read sincerely with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, you're going to find there's so many things out there that you are reading. It is not written in the name, with the name of your Lord. It is written in the name of shaitan. It is written in the name of ego. It is written in the name of unbelief. It is written in the name of arrogance, disobedience, stubbornness, rebellion. But it is not written in the name of your Lord. In the old days, in the days of the Ottoman, all knowledges that were filtered according to the Islamic system, even if it's knowledge that is coming from un-Islamic sources, it's filtered and it's clean and became reading material that is written in the name of our Lord and is read with the name of our Lord. And these days, there is no filtration process. They say, we don't want Khalifa, we don't want Islamic system, we don't want religion to tell us how to live. We want to live as we like, becoming completely like Christians and the Jews. Life is one thing, religion is another. Don't let the religion, don't let Islam to interfere with our life. I don't want too much religion. I want to live as I like. Muslims are saying this, mashallah. If the Jews and the Christians are saying this, it's understandable. Especially the Christians, because Isa alayhi salam did not come down with the Sharia. He was following the Sharia of Musa alayhi salam. And from a long time ago, those ones following Isa alayhi salam or claiming to follow Isa alayhi salam, they say, we don't want the Shariat of Musa. We don't want the Shariat that Isa alayhi salam he was carrying. We want our own Shariat, which is no Shariat. Or Shariat that changes according to the times, according to the minds, according to who decides, what man decides, not according to what Allah and His Prophet is deciding. But Muslims, we had a Sharia, we had a system. Once you throw this system out, then everyone is going to feel, in the beginning there was no system, and the Muslims, they were believing that this is already the Ahir Zaman. This is already Judgment Day. This is already Qiyamah. Because Islam is not ruling anymore. When the Khilafat fell, the believers, they're saying, where is the Khalifa? Where is Islam? Where are the mu'mins? Where are the Muslims? We have lost everything. This is Qiyamah. But the next generation, and the generation after that, and the generation after that, made to forget our Islamic history and our past, and only teaching us religion. It is personal. It is not deen. It is not lifestyle. Lifestyle is different. Religion, it is different. Once we get this, then it's finished. Because Islam is a deen. Inna dina indallahul Islam. Deen means a lifestyle. Deen means a belief system. Not just what you believe inside, but what you believe with everything that you are living life with. Islam is not only praying 5 times a day, fasting, going to Hajj, giving zakat. Islam, it is science. Islam, it is in economy. Islam, it is in architecture. Islam is in all kinds of knowledge. Islam is there. Islam must filter. And what we take from that must be clean and pure as it was before. Because the only religion that came is Islam. The religion that came with Adam alayhi salam, Nuh alayhi salam, Ibrahim alayhi salam, Yaqub alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam is Islam. And Islam is in every culture. But the path, Ihdina siratal mustaqim, siratal lazina an'amta alayhim, ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdalin. Khutbah is also saying that. There is something that we've been saying for the past week, isn't it? Keep us on the straight path. The path that you are pleased with, not the path that you are upset with, that is pulling your anger, or the path that has deviated. Because although Islam came before the Holy Prophet ﷺ, when Prophet came, everything was completed. Islam that came, it was not complete. And with that was incomplete, deviation happened. The message was distorted. The message was lost. The message took a detour. The message got dirty. Or certain things happen that is pulling the anger of Allah. So, Amam. So, we have to now understand Islam, it is a deen. And Islam, it is a lifestyle. And we have to have those ones in front of us who is reminding us of this. If those who are in front of us, our leaders and our sheikhs and our guides and our scholars, is telling us we have to become modern Muslims. We have to become moderate Muslims. Islam is one thing, but our life and modern life living, it is another. Put a big question mark to that one. Use your intelligence, because that one is taking out 1400 years of Islamic tradition. That one is denying Ahl Sunnat Aqidah in reality, and is bringing confusion and bringing the teachings of Shaitan, nothing else. And Shaitan is the enemy of man. Yes, read. How many are now reading their hearts? How many are teaching people to read their hearts? Those who are claiming, yeah, we follow Sufism, we follow the heart, we follow reading the heart. Some saying, oh, my heart is clean, my heart is pure. My heart is the throne of Allah. They decide by themselves. Some saying, well, I follow my heart. And my heart is saying, I have to look for higher stations. I have to look for hidden knowledge. I have to look for secret knowledge. Secrets. That is what tariqat is. Some claiming, I look into my heart and I already see Allah, so I am a saint. Some saying this, some saying that, some mixing so many things, they are putting it in. But what is the order? The order is to read in the name of your Lord. If you are reading in the name of your Lord, who are you? Lord? Saint? Or a servant? What is our relationship to our Lord? A servant. So those who are reminding people and calling them to servanthood, stay with them. Hold on tightly to them. Those that are teaching you that these are the obstacles that stops you from becoming a real servant, that is teaching you about the tricks and the traps of Shaitan and Dajjal, that is teaching you about the tricks and traps of your ego, hold on tightly to them. Because this is the time of Jababirah. This is the time of tyranny. This is the time of fitna. And fitna is entering everywhere. Except for those who are running away from fitna. Except for those who are running away from the confusion of the big populated areas and the cities, pulling themselves to the mountains. And what little that they know about their religion, they are holding on tightly, and they are practicing, and they are preparing themselves. They are accepting, preparing, and they're keeping themselves clean. Inshallah Rahman. Because we are following our Shaykh, may we be counted amongst them. Fatiha.